and I'm in my office, my idea lab as it's been being referred to. And I'm here with a couple knives in preparation for Blade Show, which is just in a couple days, freaking out a little bit. And I want to finish doing this, but I wanted to have a different format than the Instagram I was working on the other day. So I have a setup here, and I'm just going to kind of put it on overhead cam, and you can watch how I do things, and I will kind of talk about it as I go. So bear with me as I move the camera and I get it reset to this angle. How's that? See that all right? Should I zoom it? I might drop this down a little, get a little closer here. Which is that's pretty good, right? Kind of see the details of what we got going on there. I'm just gonna move this keyboard out. Don't need that. And okay, so I've got this knife I haven't started on. I'm just gonna put this aside, and I'm going to pop this knife out. I started with this naval theme, and I want to put something on the back side of it. And I'm still trying to decide between this whale and this skull thing. But I think the whale to me makes more sense given what's here. So I think I might do whale. I also might do narwhal. Narwhal? I don't know. Let me know what you think, in the comments or whatever. Although, to be honest, I haven't done a whole lot of YouTube lives, so I'm not sure how that's going to reflect or show up. But I'm going to give this a try. Now, in Scrimshaw, one of the things that you need an awl of some sort. This is a brass tip that I made to go into my Sharpie, and you can just, loosen that up and take that out. And I just turned it really quick on my grinder and made this sharp, really nice point. And then I put a little wine cork control nub. I just drilled a hole and stuck it in. I don't really use that end much, but I like it there. So, and it's part of what I use in another tool. So now I just have to commit to something, and I don't know what I'm going to commit to. But I think it's going to be this whale. And to help me make my decision, I'm just going to grab a big pencil and I'm going to go for it. So I don't know. I thought, so to people who don't know, my bro Cuzzy's here, and he is helping me with this, and I feel like bro Cuz at once upon a time in YouTube, the chat things would show up. Yeah. I can't see if anyone's talking. I feel like I'm just in this room by myself. Is anyone saying anything?
No, we haven't had anyone say anything
at
the moment, but I mean, we can. If you have any questions or things like that, I'm happy to answer while you work through it.
I don't know who's on, but thank you for joining. And if you have an opinion on whether it should be whale, narwhal.
I think it's narwhal.
Narwhal?
Yeah.
Hi, Mr. Narwhal. Okay, yeah, that makes. I just have to do a line from Buddy to make sure.
From Elf.
Is it? Yeah, Buddy, the elf.
Oh, we got someone. So just me said, "Sup, guys."
What's up?
What's up?
I don't have a whole lot of inspiration in here. I'm a little nervous about this. I don't know if you can tell because I'm just not sure that what I have is what I want. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't mind hearing anyone's opinions. You know what I probably should have done, Brocas, is popped onto the Instagram and ran a story that I was currently live.
Yeah, you should definitely do that, but your phone's upside down at the moment.
Yeah, I can't do it now. It's a bit late for that.
Not really. Just take it out of the hook. But
No.
we're already in here.
No, because it'll end the thing.
Pop on your computer.
Oh, hey, Uncle Vic. How you doing? What are you up to? my Uncle Vic, he's got a YouTube channel. Well, you know what I'll do? Do you see what I'm doing here? I think I might just make
the whale's tail like that.
Yeah, like it's, fade the water out toward the back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just going down. So it could be a mermaid tail. Right. It could be a narwhal.
Yeah.
It could be a whale.
It could be the Wellerman.
It could be the Wellerman. It could be a
Oh, your Uncle Vic says he's moving to Tennessee soon.
No kidding, permanently.
Wow.
That's news to me, man. Well, I did know Uncle Bill was working on your kitchen thing. That's pretty cool. He does a good job of that stuff.
Because I don't think I've ever seen your mohawk from this angle.
Is it weird? Was it in the way?
No, yeah, kind of. I mean, if we could fix it, if we could adjust the angle just a little bit, so it's not just
have to do the angle of me. Do you want me to zoom in too? I can get a little closer to this action. I don't know if anyone can actually see.
Because this is what you're running into here. Because you're getting a lot of bottom beard and then top of your mohawk.
Oh, bottom beard is great. People love bottom beard.
Bottom beard, yeah.
I was just kidding. Nobody likes bottom beard.
No.
How's that? Don't catch up in a minute. It's an image behind. Yep. No bottom beard.
No bottom beard.
There we go. I'm still.
Yeah. So just me said, yeah, I can't see. So we're working on that.
Sorry. How's that? Is this better?
So we're new to you. You know, we're trying. You've done a few YouTube videos, right, Kyle?
Yeah, but
live stream.
I've done a couple live streams. They all seem to go terribly for me. So I'm trying this new thing where I try it again.
Right. So Uncle Vic said he's awesome like you.
That's a super compliment.
Yeah. Okay, so Just said better. Thanks, Just. We appreciate the feedback. We're working towards it, right? If you're gonna start somewhere, you gotta start.
We're just starting. We're pulling the plug. Now, if you've never done Scrimshaw, the way that I do it is I draw what I want to do first, and I fill up the space, and if it's not right, I wipe it off and I go again. But I'm kind of digging this. We're gonna have some mellow waves that are gonna connect, and we're just gonna do some water, but we're gonna do a hint like there's an under the surface, almost like we see some darkness is gonna patch through because water's still, it might be frothy here, and there might be some reflection there, but you might see bits of the body of this whale coming through, maybe not down into there. Put a thing. I kind of like that, right? I don't know which way you guys facing, Yona. What do you think about that? Oh, you know what? I feel like there should be birds in the sky, right? Are there birds in the sky? Of course there's birds in the sky. And because it's me and I like things in 3, I'm going to do 3 little birds sat by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true. Did I just mix several of his songs together, or was that one?
I think that was kind of a collage, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's how Bob Marley CDs go for me. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to go. How do you get started? What do you do? Well, now you take this all and you scratch. You just start scratching it in, and you make it real. Okay, so I'm gonna start from the middle of this bird, and I'm gonna drag into the middle of it because the grain of that wood didn't want to move the way I wanted it. Little scratchy scratch there, scratchy scratch there.
This is where it becomes like the ASMR portion of the screen, just the slight scratchy noises.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very it's very weird not working with music, without music.
Yeah, I if you follow me on Instagram, you know that music is a big part of the way I do things and how I even regulate a lot of my creativity and productivity. So working in total silence is a little difficult for me. Now, sometimes your tip can get a little bit worn or a little less sharp, and that's no good. So it's good to keep some sandy paper on hand, and I do have some of that over here. You just turn around and get it. You don't even need a ton of it. You just need enough to do the job. And you can use the backing from another handle scale if you want. And just have it nice and flat. And this is some more of that noise. So here you go.
Oh, dude. So H.D. Brown says Josh is by far my favorite contestant on Forging the Fire.
Oh, thank you. That was a fun thing to be involved in and do. I have some very good memories of that. I mean, while we're talking about it and while I'm scritching out, what were some of the things that you liked from those episodes? You know, winning, losing. I've run the gamut on that show. I've lost. I've won. I didn't actually cry at any point, so I guess I can.
No, I mean, I think there were some ups and downs, right?
Yeah.
Oh, focus got perfect now all of a sudden. All right. So the phone's autofocus is in fact working. I would like to say I had some part of this, but
Wonderful. Good. But it did it all on its own.
Mm-hmm. I can't do that, Dave.
What's Dave want?
Oh no, it's HAL 9000 from 2001: Space Odyssey.
Okay. Cool.
You know, little movie reference.
Yeah. I'm just gonna put like a couple scratch lines. And if you want to check your progress, which I like to do, just even when I'm working this by myself, and even when I'm not working this by myself, because it keeps me invested in the project. So I keep a little bottle of ink. This is Carter's. I don't always use Carter's. A lot of times I just use, well, hell, I don't know. I use it. It's whatever India ink you want, but you can use colored inks. You can even use, I guess you could probably use some other something.
It's like India ink, right?
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah. She says the second time you came back wanting to redeem yourself.
I did.
Yeah, man, you had a Rocky Balboa moment.
Yeah, I didn't like the reputation that I left with. I wanted to correct that. It took a lot of work to correct that, and then also to do so, I practiced. I didn't just go on and hope. Oh, I hope I do better this time. Nope. I spent, I found out that I was going about 2 weeks before I flew out, and in those 2 weeks, it was 2 weeks, and I practiced 12 out of 14 days straight, and then I did the competition, and when it was over, I was a very tired man.
Practice makes perfect.
So it, you see these people go on, and what you don't see is a whole lot more than what you do see. There's they not just when it comes down to what they've edited out, but when it comes down to what it takes for that person to even be there, to be that stage in their life where they could entertain going on a TV show, and the risk that they take to go on that show is pretty immense. So when I came out of that experience with a new appreciation for what anyone on any reality TV show is taking a risk. There's a vulnerability to it.
Well, I mean, there's going to be winners and losers, right? So just with anything, you have friends on Naked and Afraid, and you have, anytime someone puts themselves out there for the world to see.
Yeah. I actually have I have a couple friends that are, you know what, I'm not going to say too much. I'm just going to stop talking.
Oh, HD's going to Atlanta Blade Show, man. He says you were super nice and super helpful. We will see you there, HD. We're going to be booth number 49.
Awesome.
And then, while we're thanks, lovely segue, man. You're doing my job for me.
Doing the work for us.
We will also be doing. You're going to continue the tradition of doing the Blade Show build.
Yeah, I'll be building a knife on the floor
from material that we can get from
various vendors that want to play along.
And then we're going to interview them because there's a ton of vendors out there that really make this industry work. And you guys get to go on Forge and Fire,
I couldn't operate without them. A lot of these vendors, the things that they do, the resources, the materials that they provide. So it's not just the world's largest show of knives. It's also a show that supports makers, and it's full of people that make my life possible and my kids' life possible. So, the reason I go around and do that Blade Show build is not so that I have a camera pointed on me, although that is a nice benefit. It's really to show off what you can get, what is great at Blade Show, what you're looking for, why it's worth it to come to Blade Show in the first place as a maker and not just a knife collector.
So just asked, is that a hollow grind? Very nice crisp grind lines. I can't ever seem to get mine that good. I feel like I just never get any better sometimes. Nah, dude.
Okay, well,
look at us. We're upside down with a phone.
This is not a hollow grind. This is just a flat grind. And one of the secrets to getting a nice, clean bevel inside and a nice plunge line there is to use a good, crisp, low grit belt at first to make sure it's flat, and making sure that your platen is flat and that it is not wobbling around and not crooked, and moving in smooth, confident movements. Even if you confidently screw up a few blades, it's worth it to go ahead and just let them be trash so that you can get to the good stuff. And this is one of the reasons why, even after doing this for 12 years, I still forge rail spike knives, because they become they're testing. It's testing for me, right? I can practice my hollow grinding. I can practice my flat grind. I can practice a convex grind. I can do new things, and I don't care about it. It's not as big of a deal because it's a rail spike. It doesn't cost that much. It's easily replaceable. It was probably really easy, to forge out. So I'm not having the stress of failure looming over me, and I don't have the cost and the expense that can be associated with it. And I haven't worked on the blade for 40 hours already. And that way you build your confidence for when you do have that piece that's big and is taking up time and you've invested money in. So, and that's part of it, that you'll just, time on a grinder also helps. If you're not exercising your skill regularly, it also makes it very difficult. It's one of the things that I have to do constantly. For me, is I've been drawing since I was a young kid. But if I don't draw for a week or so, I notice the trail off in my drawing skills just from a week of lapse. So it is, keep your skills dusted off. I'm going to make some noise again. The material that I'm working with is a rather hard material. This is material from Jant's Knife Making, from knifemaking.com. I use them for most of my handle material purchases. They're at Blade. Every single year that I have done the Blade Show build, they have donated something for me, and that's been really nice. Full size one so I could show what this goes in. Mm-hmm. So this this blade show I am re-releasing, and that's what these are for. The survival cuff product I came up with years ago. Actually, it was on the second time I was on Forged in Fire. I sketched this idea in a sketchbook while on the airplane heading back to do my final testing of that Penobis. And now there's two evolutions. I have this full-size cuff, which is really cool, and that's what this knife will go into. Something like this, right? So that'll lock into there, and then this goes on your wrist. Here's a cool feature of these is that they open, and you have a hidden wallet inside. And in that hidden wallet, you can actually keep one of those survival cards that has the little fish hooks or spears or things like that. And it's meant to hold and fit that.
And this quality of leather has some RFID blocking properties. And
yeah, this is a beautiful piece right here. I really love this piece of leather. Actually, this might be the one that I want to stick this in because it kind of has a...
Right, I figured. That's why I
grabbed
that.
That combo is beautiful.
That's why I grabbed that one. Yeah.
Can't wait to see that finished.
So an HD that's the reason I brought these down. He was asking about what we're selling at Blade Show. So these, and he asked if we take credit or debit, and I said we will take debit, credit, cash. You got it. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Probably not like.
Sometimes at the Ren fairs we do a Dragon Forge experience there, and we joke that we take indentured servants.
Right, I gotta get out of the habit of saying that.
Right.
It makes more sense when you're like in a Renaissance theme.
Yeah, it'll make less sense at Blade shows. They'll be like, "What? No."
Yeah.
But yeah, so I dreamed this up on my flight back. I had just finished my Penobis, got on a plane, started to fall asleep, and my brain went poof. I had a lucid dream nap, and I woke up from it between my flight from... I can't remember if I think I flew to Charlotte first, and I was going from Charlotte to JFK or some you know what, I don't actually know where it was. Somewhere in New York. I don't know.
LaGuardia?
I don't remember, but possibly. What's the other one?
JFK, LaGuardia.
Yeah. I think it was JFK, to be honest. Anyhow, I woke up partially into the nap, and then I sketched the entire rest of it. And couldn't wait to get home. I'm like, let's get this test over so I can go home and make this cool thing. Honestly, I really wasn't thinking of the survival cup the whole time I was testing on Forged in Fire. It didn't pop into my mind at all. Mostly what I was thinking was I really, really, really need this to go well because I can't stay tanked. Not alcoholically tanked, but just business tanked. The first time on was a rough recovery road for me. Of showing people I could get a knife sharp. Happens every show I go to, though. Somebody brings it up and asks me if I learned how to sharpen a knife. And I just politely tell them to lick it and let me know when they're done.
Oh, speaking of knives.
Yeah.
Do we need to turn that tumbler off?
Oh, is it still on? We do need to turn the tumbler off. I totally forgot.
Gotcha.
We're tumbling another batch. We're stone washing, as it were. We're not actually stone washing. We have resin chunk washing is what we're doing. I'm at that part of the job where the scratches are pretty much in, and now I put the ink on, and I want to let it dry. Inside the Let it sink in and let it do its thing. And then you can come through and you just gently wipe it off. And you want to wipe it off without smearing it around too much. It's really nice if you polish this up to a really glossy mirror polish. It really looks wonderful. This is not that glossy. I only hand polished this to 400, and then I buffed it with some nice handle rouge from knifemaking.com from Jance, and yeah. Oh, did somebody not see the episode that I won on? Oh, you know what? Actually, it should have gone around the world. Last time I checked, most people in the world had access, but there could be some ones behind. But sorry, spoilers if you haven't seen that episode. But it's been a few years now, so you know, cat's out of the bag, I guess. So I checked, and I want some faint lines, but some of this is still a little too light. So I'm going to go back in, and wherever I want it darker, I just got to make the line a little deeper. Now, one of the tricks when using just a totally round point like this, you don't want to push too sharp at any time. It's better to just pass after pass. Then you go through and you deepen out those channels. Oh, did somebody just drop a knife or death comment in there? Not gonna lie, knife or death was physically more fun for me than Forged in Fire because I got to do the cut testing with my own knife. That was a knife maker's dream, or at least my knife making dream. That was really cool. Every time I talk about it, I feel like I have to say the same thing. I'm bummed that it isn't still out there for us knife makers to have as a competition. It felt like a safe and yet somehow real world way for us to really compete with each other. And I liked it a lot. And I like it more than Blade Sports. I tried Blade Sports out, and Blade Sports wasn't really my thing, but I really liked running a gauntlet with a sharp, badass knife. That was awesome. Somebody said something about knife or death.
Yeah, that was me.
Oh, was it?
HC, he's like, if people are asking you if your knife isn't sharp, they obviously didn't see the episode you won.
Oh, right.
And I was like, or knife or death.
Yeah.
That thing ripped and teared.
Yeah. That one performed well too. That was so much fun, man. I gotta be honest.
Oh, dude. Definitely stop by our booth first then. He's saying it's his first Blade show and he is going to be broke after Saturday.
You're gonna be broke after Friday. You're gonna be by Saturday night. You're gonna be asking people to buy you beers in the pit. And be like, right. Look, I'd love to have a drink with you.
I would say save at least $20 for pit time.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, and you don't have to do the expensive hotel beer. You can literally buy a 6-pack or a 12-pack from somewhere else and just bring it and sit at one of the tables. They just really don't care.
Yeah, make friends too, because that's how you get some sharp iron moonshine.
There's always a couple people with some homegrown moonshine. I don't know if Mitchell Green will be here, but Mitchell Green always brings some really good moonshine. His is a reliable moonshine. It's not that crazy bad headache stuff.
Oh, dude, the one that's pure alcohol.
Yeah,
it's
the nicely
one with
filtered.
He had the apple pie and the lemon drop.
Yeah, he only had 2 flavors the last time.
Oh, so he's coming Saturday. All right, we'll be.
Okay.
We're gonna be there Friday through Sunday, and we'll just keep one under the table for you, HD.
Yeah, so you see how I went over that again and I dug out more channels and lines. So now you can really see that whale tail very nicely. You can see it's kind of like peeking through some of the ripples as it goes down. But I want to put a little more splash right in here, over in here, and then, you know, there'll be some water dripping down off this tail. So I'm going to put, these will stay light, kind of like here you see there's some light shading in these areas. I don't want to go darker. As it goes deeper, it doesn't need to go darker because we don't want to see that the whale disappears. You know, first off, this water here is closer to us, technically, right? And so you have a lot more to see through to get to where you would see whale.
A little bit. Hang on.
I don't know if it'll still focus. I don't know how close I can get and have it focus, but there's where we're at. It's after sort of 2 passes of scratching. All right, let's put some splashes in. Some little splishity splashities.
Splish splash, taking a bath. Before you do the second knife, bro, cuzzy.
Yeah.
You should just have a quick commercial break.
Yeah, I'll come back in for a second video.
Yeah, pop back on the gram, announce that you're actually going live.
Yeah.
And then...
Yeah, totally. I don't really have a fully completed idea for that one.
I know you're talking about death.
I was talking about that.
It's
not my favorite topic.
Every time you say it, you're like, it just brings up that Cremis song.
The Cremis song?
Yeah, the one that I showed you that you're like, I can't handle metal music because I listen to Enya.
Yeah, I do listen to Enya.
But you also listen to other cool things too.
Yeah, what, like Barbie Girls?
Barbie
Yeah,
Girl
sure.
From Aqua.
Yeah, that's super cool. I'm the coolest music guy in the world. But
you listen to Radiohead,
I do
Nirvana.
Listen to radio. I do. Yeah, that's true. Are they still cool? I mean, I don't know. I think that's dad music now. Isn't that what you said to me the other day? You're like, if you guys want to listen to dad music, you listen to his playlist. I guess it was a year ago you said that to me. Yeah. I haven't gotten better.
No, I think you might have even got worse.
Yeah, I'm not less of a dad.
No. You have 5 daughters.
Yeah.
I think it's impossible for you to be less of a dad.
I did just graduate one, so now I only have 4 in the house.
Right. Look at that, man. I graduated.
I know, right? Can you believe that?
I know, that's insane. Okay, and it's even crazier as I was there.
I know. I loved it.
I was there when she was a baby.
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
She was a baby. She's not anymore.
It's fun we get to work together.
She came home long enough to pick up her shotgun to go shooting with a boy. A man boy.
Country girls, man. They got a country. You've raised some South Carolina girls. They're like, yo, don't take me to a fancy restaurant.
Northern girls shoot. They all shoot.
Chattanooga Chop. That is a really cool design. Very easy access to the blade.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like.
Yeah.
Quick, pop it out. Pop it in.
Do you want to tell them the nickname for the raptor?
Oh yeah,
Chat. This is the nickname for the raptor.
This is my no means no knife. Now, if you just heard me talk about how I have 5 daughters, so that's what this is for.
Oh, we got some tech questions here. Just me's coming in with some tech questions. Do you guys think in real world use, people could actually tell the difference between something like AEBL and M390 in terms of edge retention, or steel stobs crazy or what?
This is an interesting question. I really do like this question, and I appreciate that you're asking it. And I think that most people have a hard enough time telling the difference between the cheap China steel as it is, and that gives a lot of things like stainless steel a bad rap, which has really come a long way in the last couple of years. But I think that some of those new powdered steels are really pushing the envelope of what you can get out of hardness. Now, I used to just stick to mainly 10 series stuff, some 80 CRV2 and W2, but I finally moved with these blades. These will all be AEB These are AEBH, which is slightly higher carbon version of AEBL. And I will be honest, I cannot tell the difference between AEBL and AEBH in performance. I can tell the difference that these knives that I did this batch here, I did them with plate quenching, and these are definitely the hardest knives that I've put out, and I love it. So I will be doing a lot more with this knife steel.
Yeah. Chattanooga says he's agreeing with you. Says steel makes a big difference in end retention, in his opinion.
Yeah, it really does. Can most people tell the difference? No, but if you're handed, if you're not used to it, you're just used to kind of like if you're buying the cheaper Walmart China knives, the cheaper products from Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Not that there's anything wrong with those. I'm not, this isn't a conversation knocking other knives and steel choices and designs. It's just, I think if you put a 1-to-1 in people's hands, they can tell the difference. And I see that all the time when I get somebody who's gone, look, I just buy cheap knives all the time. And I go, okay, here, just try one of mine for a week or whatever. Or I'll pull their knife out and do some hard tasks, and it will dull their edges out really quickly. And I'll pull mine out, and they use that, and they go, okay, they can start to see the difference. A lot of people buy this knife, and they use this knife and have skinned a lot of deer. I got a guy that just took elk hunting out west, and what did they get? Six elk, and he skinned all of them with the one knife, and he still has not sharpened it yet. That guy absolutely can tell the difference between the quality of steel in this knife and what you buy off the shelf at Walmart. Does he know the letter difference? Does he know the Rockwell hardness difference? Nope. But it's a noticeable performance difference.
And it comes down to what you're going to use it for, right? Like
sure.
If you want something that's going to last a long time, get the higher quality. You know.
Yeah, I make knives for people that just cut boxes all day, right? They don't need the hardest knife in the world.
Sure.
They need something functional. But even for those, I'm going to use a W2 or a 1095 because I want the edge to last for a really long time.
So Just Me is a 8670 fan.
What is that European grade? 8670. 8670, that's interesting. I've never used that. But from those numbers, it sounds like it's probably pretty decent.
So I thought Blade Sports was too regimented to really be fun. They don't want you to wear camo to compete. Nice guys, though. Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun. They are nice guys. Nice group of people. It is very regimented. I would have placed higher, but I swear a lot, and you also lose a point for every time you swear.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
Great.
So
you gotta start using...
My first competition, I would have placed, I think, second, and I ended up in fifth.
Right.
Yeah.
Because of your
Four of them were swear words.
You cuss too much?
3 of them were swear words. 1 was one cut, and 1 was I touched my knife too soon.
Where do we get our steel from?
I use a couple different places. I design these knives and I send these to water jet knives and they cut them out for me, and then I work off of those blanks. That way I can have a consistent shape and grind for all of these. When I'm forging knives, most of the time I will order my stuff from New Jersey Steel Baron.
Aldo, he's awesome.
Yep, Aldo's a great dude.
We interviewed him last year.
When New Jersey Steel Baron is out of stock or running behind, I order from jansknifemaking.com, which I've mentioned a couple times. And then there's also Maker Material Supply, Pop's Knives I occasionally get from. And I think there's Niagara or Allied, but yeah. That's my order. How about you guys?
Yeah, so who all in chat is a maker? Which one of you guys? It sounds like Just Me is Chattanooga Chop, HD. So maybe the entire chat. We've got a big group of makers, man.
Percentage, right? It's all about those percentages. 100% maker chat right now.
We got some. We're going tech. We're going hard tech right now.
Uh-oh.
So you guys like tech? This is the tech portion of the stream.
Okay. What do you got?
8670 is a nickel chromium alloy.
Ooh.
Geared towards toughness. Great for forging. Similar to 80 CRV2 as far as I can tell. Oh.
Nickel
chromium alloy.
So it's like 80 CRV2, but nickel chromium would mean it would be like the bright version. So if you mixed it with an 80 CRV2, if it's one that does like to forge weld, it could be the light in the against the dark. Would I be correct in that? That's a question.
Like if you're doing Damascus?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. She's a art teacher, and your Uncle Vic says he's a wannabe.
He's Uncle Vic he takes apart old arcade games, not so much the electric ones, but the paddleboard, what do you call those?
Pinball machines.
Pinball machines. Yeah,
right.
He's a pinball wizard.
Great.
Now that's stuck in your head. You're welcome.
Deaf, dumb, and blind kid. We can't finish the song because we're on Google. Do you want some chill, royalty-free music in the background?
I thought about downloading some because YouTube makes some available, but maybe next time.
Okay.
I want to work up my YouTube game.
Yeah.
So I went back over and darkened some of these lines. You can see where that's really helped the ship pop a lot more. I'm going to keep the fade on the birds on this side, and I might call this knife done, except for tomorrow I might hit the handle with a buffer just to like
a little bit of axe wax.
Yeah,
Buffer, axe wax.
just put a clear layer of stuff on this just to bring it up a touch.
Oh man.
But I like that.
But who sings it, HD?
Oh, they want to know who sings it?
No.
I'll tell you.
No.
You don't want to know?
Who?
I was trying to get someone to say it.
Who?
Who's
on first?
Okay.
Don't go starting that shit again.
All right. Well, I had fun with everyone, and if you're still around, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop over to Instagram. I'm going to tell more of those knuckleheads to come over here and join us for Scrimshaw number 2. I'm going to figure out what I'm going to put on Scrimshaw knife number 2, which is probably somewhere the skull motify stabby. I don't know what that is. And maybe a ribbon that says something, and maybe you all can vote on what the words are.
Mori. That's my vote.
Memento Mori. Okay. Well,
Remember to die.
I'm going to Instagram. Coming back. Give me a few minutes. Peace.
No, who is on first?
Who's on second? I don't know how to end it though, so I might just be trapped in this forever.
Yeah, you live here now. You're trapped on the up tub.